Well, joining us now with more on this is Dan Gaynor. He's with the Media Research Center. Dan, thanks for being with us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to deal with this craziness.
Yeah. Well, you can deal with it like none other. Dan, conservative censorship on major platforms is something we've continued to see. It's nothing new, but with the situation that Google claimed they never did, okay, so what's going on here? They're saying they didn't do it.
Well, I think we're getting, everybody's pointing fingers. But so here's what happened. You had NBC, a reporter from NBC, who we now know is just basically a left-wing activist, working with a left-wing activist organization in Britain to help take down American companies off the internet. And when you demonetize companies, you basically shut them down. Google controls 70% of the ads online. So if Google demonetizes you, you're hurt for 70% of your ads. So what's confusing about this is the Google spokesperson said that they had done it, then Google came out and said they hadn't. So it's a little unclear what's happening. But certainly what's happening is this is a great example of how bad journalism and the tech world have gotten. Because journalism is pushing to demonetize conservative sites in the middle of an election year, which is clearly intended to impact the election. And Google is working with them, at least to some degree. When are you going to take? You're going to take down sites now because of their comment section? That's where ordinary people comment. And how are we to know that left-wingers aren't going on there deliberately saying provocative or offensive things? It's utter craziness, and that NBC is making this happen with somebody who's an avowed left-winger who supported Labour in Britain as their reporter. She's not a reporter; she's an activist.
Dan, so with the comment section, does that violate Google's policies? As far as free speech, does that violate free speech for all of us?
Well, I mean, the problem we've got online is we don't have free speech. Google is a private company, which gets us into the remedies that both the federal government under the Trump administration and Josh Hawley and others are trying to push now, changes to the regulations that guide companies online, what you're allowed to do. If you're going to enforce speech codes and you're not doing it in a neutral fashion, then the argument is then you should lose your Section 230 protections. And if that would basically mean you're subject to lawsuit. And, one lawsuit against Google isn't going to hurt them. But if, 10,000 people sue Google tomorrow, yeah, that's going to hurt them, even if it's just like death by 1,000 cuts.
All right, Dan Gaynor with the Media Research Center. We always appreciate your insights. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.